Hey guys, it's Jason. I wanted to get a video. This is the first time I've had a private room, so I wanted to tell you guys what's happening and where I'm at. First thing, I'm giving away everything I own. So maybe you guys could pass this around if you know like a single mom that needs a van. I'm giving away a van. I have big screen TV. I have 7 beds in my house. You can have it. I have pans, suits if you need a suit, clothes, shoes. Anything you want mine, you can have. My kids should have already got everything out. I'm giving away everything I have. I don't want anything. I don't want money, possessions, stuff. I want to just live for a little bit. So what's happened is I cannot do this anymore, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm working 3 jobs all the time. I make like $120,000, but that's not near enough. All of it is just gone. I don't have money to get my kids eggs for omelets. I can't go to concerts anymore. I can't do anything. All I can do is work and then work some more and work some more. So anytime I'm not with kids, I'm just working 3 jobs all the time, grading papers, delivering DoorDash, working. I work selling insurance, but for the next year, I will not be offering my services. So no labor from me to American capitalism. I'm done with American capitalism for 1 year. You guys can do it. I don't understand the point of all this. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't get it. I don't understand what you guys are doing. You're like, well, I'm gonna work hard and get a bigger house. Okay, what for? Are you gonna have more kids? No, these 2 kids, but we're gonna have a bigger house. Well, okay, yeah, I gotta put in more hours. So now you're working harder for a house. All you do is sit in the house and go, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. You guys do this all day on your phones. What are you doing? What are we all doing with our lives? We give away all our labor and we just sit at home when we're done and do nothing. We just watch this video, watch this all our lives. I can't do that, you guys. I need to be out there. I need adventure. I need to travel. I need just 1 year for me. If you have a kid when your other kid's 12, then you have to work 30 years in a row. I'm sorry, you guys, I didn't do the math. I can't do 30 years in a row. I've done 21, 21 and a half. I've worked really hard. I've given my kids what they need. They've never gone without meals. They have a good support system, but I cannot do this for 1 more second. Every time I go into work and they're like, oh, it's hump day, or oh yeah, here is some more reports you need to do, or we gotta be here. You guys always want to be inside all day, every day. Why are we inside all day, every day? 9 hours a day we're inside, and people are telling you what to do, and then they're like, come in my office and close that door behind you. We give away our labor for nothing. For nothing. In my old job, I had a coworker that was making $50,000, and he worked for 1 whole year, and then he's like, I need to have a pay raise because of inflation. The boss was like, why would you ask for a pay raise? Like, he was mad. This boss goes on first-class trips to Switzerland all the time. He goes, he's like, you want to see my pictures? No, I don't want to see your pictures. I can't afford to take my kids to braces. We're making all this money for all these old, rich white people. Why? Why are we doing this with our lives? Well, I'm not for 1 year. I'm taking 1 year for me. I watched an amazing movie. It's called 5 Feet Apart. And she said, I'm supposed to be 6 feet, but I'm taking 1 year for I'm taking 1 foot for me. And I am that. Okay, 30 years. I'm doing 29 for you guys. I'm taking 1 year for me. This year, I will not be offering my labor. All these business owners are terrible people. You guys are all making them rich, and you guys idolize these people. They're not great people. And you're like, oh, they must be smart. They're not smart. They're not smart. I've had 1 manager, owner above me. I had 1 boss who's smarter than me. And the whole time, Court Miller and NCM. The rest of the time, never. My old boss, he had a coach for the Series 65 exam. He was gonna lose the business because he couldn't pass the Series 65, passed like 3 times. Do you guys know how easy the 65 is? When I tell you guys, I sat for 1 day and studied that. I opened the cellophane on a Sunday and passed on a Monday. These people are not smarter than us at all. They're not. They just have access to capital. We had a client that was like, I built this business by myself. All it took was one $400,000 grant from my father, and that's all I used. I'm like, okay, your dad gave you $400,000. That is not by yourself. All these people have access to capital. And you're like, oh, well, it's not as, okay, I'll just give you 1 example of my own business. This guy could go anywhere in the world. He flies first class. There was 1 contest that I was winning. It's called Equitrust, this annuity company. And so I was doing well in this contest, and if you're winning, you get to go to Turks and Caicos. They pay for your airline, all that stuff. I was like, I could do this, and I wasn't putting people in this unethically. Like, this was the best thing for them. It had a high rate, and it was a good plan. And he went through and took all of my name off of all these annuities and put his name on it so he could win that prize. He could go to anywhere in the world he wants, but he wanted to take my name. And I was like, that's all rich people. All they want to do is avoid taxes and avoid paying you guys. That's how you make money in business, right? You guys know this. You make as much revenue as you can. Keep the resources as low as you can, right? Well, you guys are resources. You guys are human resources. Go around the office and say, what do you guys make? It's so crazy. There's such a disparity. And it's always women way down here. Like, I'm not talking like 50, she makes 50, he makes 55. She makes 50, he makes 70. A lady at my old job made $45,000. She has a college degree, $45,000. How is this even gonna work? It's untenable. The system's untenable right now. Only rich people can go to concerts. Average E bill, I hate you, Average E, if you're watching this. Average E bill was $380. I'm sleeping with my coat on, working 3 jobs. For what? What am I doing this for? And you're like, oh no, I work for a corporation. They're better. Corporations are worse. They're the ones that own this whole United States. Corporations own government, and they own police, and then they own religion. It's all tied in together. And you're like, oh, well, I have to pay more money to Blue Cross Blue Shield in Kansas City. That's who my health insurance was with. I was like, okay, well, where's that money going to? Well, they don't even pay property tax now. They got a 50% tax abatement because the CEO is on the board of directors of the police. Surprise, right? She gets $5 million. She's not paying taxes. She's using her stock options to borrow money against, so she never pays income taxes. That's all rich people do, is avoid paying income taxes. They don't care. Their kids aren't going to public schools. They're going to send them to private schools. They're going to pay off, and the police protect them as well. And so, like, oh, politicians get paid off by the government. You're like, oh, I vote for blue team. Doesn't matter. This whole country is owned by 2 parties, and they're owned by corporations. That's all there is. It's corporations own everything. Minimum wage is $7.25. You can't buy a bag of chips. You cannot buy a party-sized bag of chips if you work minimum wage. Imagine it, working a whole hour for your company, and then you can't even go home and buy your kids 1 bag of chips. 1 box of cereal, you can't buy 1 thing. And you say like, oh, it's enough. No, it's not enough. You have to pay sales tax, which is upward pressure, and you have to pay income tax, downward pressure. And so you've got to pay all the taxes, because the rich people, they're not paying any of the taxes. They're borrowing against their stocks and making all this money. And then you're like, oh no, I vote for blue team. Okay, Nancy Pelosi has millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. She's just taking all the money, insider trading. That's all it is. They have all the money. It takes so much money to become a politician. So they trade that. So businesses say, yes, I'll give you money, but you have to do this for me, obviously, right? So you say like, oh, okay, where my daughter said, what is Trump doing with the tariffs? I go, oh, that's such an easy one. He's saying tariffs, 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 and then he's gonna tell all his buddies on one day, oh, no more tariffs, and they got out of money call options on QQQ. It's easy. Anybody can make insider trading. The Ken Griffins of the world, the money market managers, the Goldman Sachs. Type in Goldman Sachs manipulates, and then just stop and silver, currency, everything is just all manipulated, right? By rich companies and corporations. They do all that, and they're not giving us anything. We can't get health insurance. Every other company in the world has sick days. If you work, you also get sick days. If you are a full-time employee, you also get sick days. Every other country has that, not the US. Every other country has health insurance. Burkina Faso has health insurance. We don't have health insurance. Why? We can't protest because police put 100,000 people in prison every year in the US. I'm telling you guys this, and no one cares. Watch this video. Watch this video. Watch this video. It's all like just controlled, right? So, well, who holds police responsible? No one. There was 1 police officer that got charged, right? Think of all the people that get killed by Kansas City police. 1 got charged. He shot a black guy 9 seconds after he got to his house. That guy owned that house. He owned that truck. He was in all the things that he owned. He got shot in the face 9 seconds after the police arrived. How is that not just threatening, mean, right? And so they finally got someone to convict him. They have 9 people to say he was guilty. He gets put in prison. The governor says, don't worry about it. I'll get you as soon as I get in. So the new governor is going to pardon him. But the old governor already pardoned him. Meanwhile, the new governor's got people in his parish in Jefferson City molesting kids. And he's like, I'll protect you. Don't worry about that. Right? They're just moving them around. The police protect think about all the people in the Southern Baptist Church that they found out that list. Who got arrested? No one. No one. Who's gonna give them? No one. Just look it up, and then look up why is it called Southern Baptist Church. Look up that one too. But police, religion, and then religion. They say like, the Trump's people had a hard time with, getting religious people on board, and the James Carville, something like that. It's like, oh, just pay them, just pay all these people. So like Franklin Graham, Jerry Falwell Jr., they just send them $100,000, and then they're like, oh, now we support. So the religions tell people how to vote, and then the police protect religions, and of course businesses, and then businesses make all the money. All the corporations make all the money, and you guys get nothing. You guys are left with nothing, and you're just at home in your apartment going, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. That's your life. What is the point of a life like that? You're like, well, I'll just keep working hard for 35 years, and when I'm 68, I'll retire. That's your plan when you're 68 to 7, and then you die at 72. But you guys, that's your whole plan for life, is those 4 years. Those aren't even good years. Old people cough so much, you guys. I know you have such a positive connotation with old people because they kiss in the Jumbotron, but old people cough so much, and they're mean. 99% of old white people hate minorities. You're like, oh, my grandfather is the 1% that doesn't hate minorities. Wait till he gets dementia and just loses his capacities. He's gonna tell you how much he hates minorities too. They all hate minorities, they all hate taxes. They're all old, mean, and this is who you give all your money to. Here, take my money, take my money. Have you ever met rich people's kids? They are the worst people in the world. This kid was screaming, I want pineapple, I want pineapple. And the nanny was like, we're not at your house. This is somebody else's house. And he's like, go get me. She had to get in her car and go get pineapple for this horrible rich kid. That's how, I'm not talking rich. Okay, some of you might think like, oh, he's saying rich, like, oh, this guy became a good salesman and he became rich and has a nice house, or this person's a doctor. I'm talking about generational wealth. The people who have their own yachts, those people are the worst, and you guys give them money. I saw people asking for Jeff Bezos' autograph at the Chiefs game. Why? He's a horrible person. When the people were trying to protest, they're like, we want just a little bit of rights. He had them spray water all over the street because it was cold. Can you imagine making people cold on purpose? They did that. They did that. People at Starbucks, they took away their pads so their backs would hurt because they wanted to have a union. That's how all these companies are. And you guys are like, oh, they're good people, they're rich. They're not good people. You're giving them all this money and they do nothing with it. They just hide it. I read the Panama Papers. I read the book. You guys, none of you read the book. Watch this video. Watch this video. Rich people just throw their money away. Just all they do, lawyers and attorneys, just to get away from paying taxes. They don't care. They're not sending their kids to public schools. They don't want to do any community anything. No one ever built a library anymore because they want people to be done. They're like, where I circle red. Okay, it's so dumb. They just give them all your money and they give you nothing. They give you no health insurance. They give you no money. My old boss, I brought in 1.2 million in commission. 1.2. And they gave me 30,000. Like, oh, okay, that's nothing. $30,000, that's nothing. And they just take everything. They take, and they say, well, you gave your services. You're offering your labor. Well, I'm not going to offer my labor for a year, thank you. I'm going to have 1 year for me. That's what I'm going to do. So what did I pay for this? Everything. I've given up everything. I have no house, no car, no stuff. I don't want any possessions. I don't want any stuff. I just want, for one time in my life, I just want time. I want more than 12 days a year. That's for me. I want a whole year. I want my labor for me, for 1 year. So I'm gonna do some labor. I'm gonna, I already talked to some guys about some reef cleanup, the Jaguar Rescue Center maybe. There's one of my professors said that I could come to teach at the university, which would be amazing because it's in Africa and I'm a white person and those are black kids, so obviously they'd want to make a movie about me and I'm very handsome, so I'd be in the movie. This lady goes, she's squinting, this is a Bumble date, and she goes, you look like a really, really tired Brad Pitt. I go, I'll take it. I think really and tired. We're doing the heavy lifting in that sense, but it's okay. I can do, there is some farms that I can work on some farms and they will provide meals and a place to stay, which is better than I had before. You guys, I was eating nothing. My weight was down in the 180s because I didn't have money for food. If I go to the grocery store, then I have to DoorDash for another 2 hours on a Saturday, right? And I would rather just not. And I'm sleeping with my coat on because Evergy, I hate you, Evergy. That had so much. $381 was who decides? There's some old white people that just get together and be like, we're gonna raise the rates, we're gonna raise the rates, we're gonna raise the rates. And then they get all this money and then they buy sports teams and they're like, I'm moving Luka out of Dallas, sorry, that was your favorite guy. We can play Sims with all these people. And they just do that with, the Cronkies and the Waltons and all these people. They just take your money that you worked hard for. I had a guy that worked for Walmart, we went fishing with, he was a manager, and he said, oh, well, sometimes he has people clock out and then work and then clock back in because he's so close to the margins. I'm like, that is so illegal. But who's gonna do anything? Rich people own the district attorneys, they own the courts, they own the police. No one's gonna do anything. All of us just have nothing. We just say, okay, I guess I have to pay $1,200 a month for health insurance. $1,200, that's crazy. All of us are paying this and none of us can protest, none of us can fight it. No one does anything, you just sit at home and watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. For hours, what are you guys doing with your lives? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And you're waiting all your life till you're 68? You're gonna be old and coughing when you're 68. If you make it, there's a non-zero chance you die. You guys know amyotrophic lateral sclerosis? That just wrecks people's bodies. Lou Gehrig had it and he just tore him apart. He was one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Just torn apart. Your bodies are gonna get torn apart when you're 68. And you're like, oh, I'll just keep working until then. Why? What are we doing with our lives? I don't understand it. I'm gonna tell you 3 quick stories from my youth because I feel like my brains are different than you guys'. You guys' brains, I've seen some of you whistle, go to work, like you whistle, I've never whistled. Every day, I sit on my bed for 10 minutes and I go, why do I do this every day? Every day I just sit there in my bed and I'm like, this is Tuesday? Why is it Wednesday? Thursday? I go to work on Thursday and people say, well, I guess it's Friday Junior. Do you guys know Friday Junior is a thing? Friday Juniors, Thursdays? No, I don't want any of that stuff. I don't want any more reports. I don't want emails. I don't want voicemails. I want my labor for myself just for a small amount of time. I hope that you guys will help me. I can't. I'm done. I need one small break and I need to just be alone for a little bit and I need to not be offering my labor to be exploited for 1 year. So I'm wondering if a couple people would give some money. My attorney is James Crabtree, so the Venmo is James-Crabtree-0, and then he can get the money to the courts for my kids. I gave them half my 401k. I cashed out half my 401k, and then I give half to her and for the kids. So they have 15,000 plus 10 is quadro. There's another 20 if you want that. You can quadro that. You can have everything I want. I don't want anything, you guys. I don't want any possessions. I want to just live for a little bit. Okay, 3 quick stories from my youth, and I will explain my brain a little bit. My brain is not like you guys. I promise that my brain is not you guys'. You guys like, I gotta go to work. I'm like, why? We have a boat. We can ride on this boat. Like, I love water parks and boats and travel and adventure, and you guys are all just sitting at home. Watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. Okay, 13 hours. That's what a girl on my volleyball team said. Her phone said 13 hours that she did average a day. 13 hours average a day. What are you doing with your life? That's so crazy. And then they're like, I ask people, like, can you just leave your phone when we go eat? Ruby did that. Thank you so much, Ruby. But a lot of people are like, no, I can't. What if Be Real goes off? That's the social media. I hate all social media, but I really hate Be Real. Because if someone says, like, oh, I can't go without my phone. I need my phone at a campfire. You don't need your phone at a campfire. Leave it alone. Go away from your phone for 4 minutes. Please, some of you guys, I've told amazing stories. I'm like, and then the bottle, they threw it at my head. And I was in Costa Rica, and I rode it was raining inside this bus. And people were like, really? 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 What? This is a great story. Can leave your phone. What if Be Real goes off? What if real life goes off and you miss it? You guys are all missing everything. Nobody rides the inner tube down the river with me. I stop asking, you guys think I'm weird. Nobody goes, I want to do adult flashlight tag so bad. I want to do adult flashlight tag. I can't tell people because you guys think I'm weird. My brain, I swear to God, my brain is not like you guys' brain. I swear to God. Because you do this work every day and I can never do all this work every day. I'm giving you 3 short stories. Okay, when I was 17, my mom said, we want you to check out Liberty University. Terrible university, Christian, Virginia. And I said, no way. I had already been kicked out of Christian high school. And she said, well, we would send you on your own. I go, wait, on my own? Yes, book me that trip. I had a Walkman, you guys remember Walkmans? Full of Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, I loved it. I was on the plane, I got to that campus, horrible. People in ties, dresses, just the worst, right? And this, like, all this preaching, and these guys, they're all affecting Southern accents. They're like, why don't you come to Liberty? Jesus wants you here, why? I'm like, geez, I do not want to go here. Saturday, meetings all day. I look at the schedule, meetings all day. Nope. I take my tie, rip it off, hit the doors, steal a bike. I did steal a bike that day. I feel guilty. I'm sorry if I stole your bike in Lynchburg, Virginia in the mid-90s. I stole a bike. I rode into town. I played arcades. I ate wood-fired pizza. I watched all the R-rated movies. I had an amazing time. And I told myself, I'm always going to have days like this because I'm in charge of it. I'm the one who has agency of my own life. Whenever I have days, if I have days with the kids, it's amazing. We are stretched out, ready to go when they open the water park. We're running in, first in line the slides. We throw our tube behind us. We're sliding down the slides, almost get kicked out. Like, it's amazing. My kids tell me, what if we hide under the tubes and then we can stay at the water park for longer? Like, oh, I love you guys so much. I know you're my kids. No DNA test needed. We're hiding under tubes when the water park's closed. We get the most out of life. I do that all the time. I went to the concert with Carrie and Beatrice a couple years ago, back when I could afford the concerts, and we jumped over the fence and security guards were chasing us, and they were like, that's the wildest night of my life. I'm like, that's all the time with me. I'm on a motorcycle going the wrong way, running away from police officers. I'm on an inner tube. Emily's like, what is our plan? And I go, oh, I don't have a plan. I just got on an inner tube. We crashed through the woods. We got out. It was dark, and the moon was beautiful. We went over railroad tracks, and she was like, this is the most amazing night of my life. I'm like, that's how all of my nights are. Every day that I'm not at work is the best day of my life. Every day. I make every day amazing. I love it. I can't wait to see what's going to happen just traveling. Every day I'm at work, the worst day of my life. I hate, love. You guys know I've never been in one meeting consensually. I've never been in one business meeting that I wanted to be in. I never, not one time, I've been in a meeting consensually. I hate it. And you guys are like, oh, I love it. I love meetings. Why do you love meetings? Being inside, I don't understand. You guys are giving your life away for nothing. All of you are giving your life away for nothing. I make good money every year, $120,000, and it's nothing. It all gets taken. All of it's gone for what? I live in a house that's too cold because I can't afford Evergy. I hate you, Evergy. I can't afford Evergy, so I have to sleep with my coat on, and I'm working 3 jobs for what? What are we all doing this for? So we'll have nice lives when we're 68? Who cares when we're 68? I hope I'm dead when I'm 68. I hope I have a laugh all the way to the grave. I'm like, I died at 67, but I took that 1 year. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking 1 year for me. And people say, oh, you can't do that. Yes, it's not illegal. You can take 1 year at any time. I'm taking 1 year right now. I hope that some of you will help with Kara. Don't blame any of this on Kara. She works so hard, you guys. The kid said that she's up till like 2 o'clock in the morning doing paperwork so she can homeschool in the day and then work a job at night. She works really hard. If anyone can give her a little bit of support, I would love it. Please help. And the kids, I'm sorry, you guys. Sage, I'm so sorry. You said the baseball game, and I would never miss a baseball game with you. I would never. I told you I had a volleyball championships. I'm sorry I lied to you. That wasn't it. I have to get out of there. I can't do one more second. I'm so sorry, honey. I would go to every game with you. I want to go to all the stadiums with you. I want to go to every baseball game. I'm so sorry. I would never lie to you. Ruby, can you give Sage a little bit? Maybe someone can give Sage a little bit of money. It's, her Venmo is Sage_F. She doesn't have enough money right now. She's doing Instacart and DoorDash. And you guys, she was the Silent Service Award winner of all the people at her university. She won a Silent Service Award. Isn't that beautiful? Oh. What a good award, a silent service award. Oh. Okay, I gotta get to this. I'm proud of you, honey. I love you very much. And maybe someone can help Ruby. You guys, she can't register for next semester's classes because I can't pay for her tuition. I don't know how to get more money. I tried. Guys, I went for 6 months not seeing because I didn't go to the contact lens doctor, and because it's $175. I went 6 months without seeing. Beatrice on volleyball was like, you have to get contacts. You're terrible without contacts. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry. So if someone could give Ruby a little bit of money, please, to help her. She needs like $300 to pay for next semester. It's just her Venmo's at Ruby Friedline. Iris, if someone could maybe give her like a half price books. She loves to read so much. Iris, I'm so sorry. I have to let that house go. I've already started this video 3 times. I'm so sorry, you guys. Just go. I'm just gonna go. Okay. I've already restarted this video too many times. Iris loves to sit on the roof and read books and watch the sunset. I'm sorry, Iris. And Ollie doesn't want to move because there's such good fishing. Maybe someone could take Mara in the littles fishing. Dad, you could do it. There's a place you can go where the pond is, and you could go fishing in there. And he said we could fish there anytime, even if I don't live there. He said I could fish there. He said no one's ever come back to say thank you like I did, and so we could fish there anytime. And maybe someone could get the foosball table. I was thinking like Asher, if you're home for the summer, maybe you and the kids could take the little kids to play kickball sometimes. I wish I knew how to edit these things. I don't know how to edit these things. Okay. Don't do this. Okay. You guys know I love my kids more than anything in the world. You know this. I just need to break you guys. I'm so tired. I can't do one more day. Just one more day of making old rich white people rich and me doing nothing. And all these jobs are unethical too. My old boss, not my boss, but his boss, he said, we'll sell him the other insurance. Sell him the other one if this one's down. It's because what's her name? Mutual of Omaha was down. So it was gonna be like $250 a month for this guy. And then they said, sell him the other one, Royal Neighbors. Well, it was $275. I said, I'm not charging this guy $25 more for every day for the rest of their life for that. She's like, you're gonna let that sale go? Yes, I'm gonna let that sale go. I'm gonna be ethical. These people, they say like, oh, okay, if people don't have enough money, you can just tell them defer to next month. They're not gonna have enough money next month. This lady cried. She told me there's $180 a month. I sold it to her, you guys. I feel bad. And I posted it on the teams, and people are like, it's a whale, like a whale emojis and stuff. But I felt bad. She can't afford that. She just wants her kids to be able to have a funeral for her. Poor people can't even afford a funeral in the US. Did you guys know that? None of them. And this lady I talked to, she was so sad. I cried so hard with her because she was Alcoholics Anonymous, and she said she's worried she's gonna miss a drink because she doesn't have a ride. So I'm like trying to get money to Alabama Alcoholics Anonymous. It's unethical. All these companies. When I worked, nothing Lyle, your company's fine, and a lot of your companies, don't feel bad if I say like Dan or Lyle or Garrett or any of you guys. You have good companies. That's not what I'm talking about. Rich. That's not rich at all. You guys like, oh, we have a nice house. Rich is like you have your own yacht. These kind of people just exploit all of us. Like paying $60 million for your wedding to a plastic woman and not giving people health insurance and not giving people pay, right? And making people pee in a bottle. That kind of wealth. These kind of people exploit all of us, and we just keep working for these awful companies to help the same 5 old rich white dudes get rich. Why? Why are we doing this with our lives? I don't want to do it anymore. So I told you guys I cashed out my 401k. I have some of the cash here. It's supposed to look like an encyclopedia. And then you open this little padlock. And then It has money in there. That's my money. I don't have really much money. I don't care. This hotel was $17. It's a nice hotel. It has hot water. There's a pool. It's very nice. If you pay $14, you can have this hotel with no air condition out of, but you need air condition out of. It's hot. It's hot. And actually, it actually got chilly yesterday. I've never been in a hotel room down here where it got chilly, but it's nice. I'm gonna try to. You guys, I might be low functioning when it comes to money. If you give me money, I will yes, money. Let's go. Let's buy a tourist ticket. Let's go on an island. Let's get on I'll have an amazing adventure. And you're like, wow, that's the great Jem. Ask Jem and Tiffany. That was one of the greatest days of my life. I'm like, every time with me is like that. I'm always like that. I'm not trying to sound ostentatious. This is it's such an adventure, all of it. And I'm wasting my life away in an office under fluorescent lights for 9 hours a day. Do you know what people in my old job, do you know what the management of my old job told me to do? They handed me a spreadsheet of 78 and 79-year-olds, and they said, sell them annuities. And I go, why? They're too old. If you get an annuity, you have to lock your money up for 10 years. I go, why? They're too old. I go, that's not good for them, because when you're 80, then you can't buy an annuity anymore. Legally, you can't buy an annuity. So when you're 80, you can't buy an annuity, but you can become president, or you can be senator of California and give all the water to all the rich people. Do you know people in California don't own their water? It's owned by the pistachio people in California. Did you guys know that? Because Dianne Feinstein, an 80-year-old senator, said, here, you can have all the water for all the people in the state. Isn't that crazy? Rich people have everything in this country. They have the resources, they have the money, they have everything except the happiness. But we have the happiness, so we're gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. So what am I gonna do? That's your question. I have 1 year. I'm gonna do something that I read about in a book. I read this book, it was amazing. It was called All the Light We Cannot See, Anthony Doerr. And he said, it's the protagonist is in World War II France, right? And the Nazis come in and they take everything. I read a lot of World War II era times, like Under the Crimson Sky, amazing book. Nightingale, obviously, Kristen Hanna, everything she writes is amazing. But All the Light We Cannot See is set in France, and they give the Nazis everything. They give them their rations, they give them their food, they give them their radios. And at one point, the lady goes, the French protester, she goes, "Don't you guys want to live before you die?" I cried so hard. I woke up people in the campground. I cried so hard because I feel the same way. Don't any of us want to live before we die? No, you just want to sit home, watch this video, watch this video. That's not living. That's not living at all. They placated us with small screens and nothing else. We have no anything. They have everything. Rich people have everything in the US. We have nothing. Just one, here's a phone. You can live in an apartment, have a phone. Okay, that's it with your life. That's why I'm gonna say, don't you guys want to live before you die? I do. And every spring I say, I would love, this lady told me a couple years ago about the flamingos that fly into Mexico. 35,000 pink flamingos. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Guess what I do today? Today, I go see the flamingos. It's supposed to be right now. The guy's like, if you come here at 5, I'll take you. I was like, what else you got? It's not 5 a.m. So I can go this afternoon. But I'm gonna go see the flamingos today. So I have a life list, obviously, and I only have a year to get it done. So that's number 1 on the list. I can cross it off tonight. See the flamingos in Mexico. And so I'm gonna live on a boat. I wanna be a British person in chess. I can cross that off, you guys. I beat a British chess champion. Not really a chess champion. I woke up at the hostel. I woke up to guys playing chess. How fun is that? I woke up to guys playing chess. And he beat me twice. Like, he's really good. He checkmated me twice. And he goes, "Just so you know, I'm in a London chess club." And I'm like, I'm gonna beat this guy. I have got to beat this guy. And so I did the only thing you can do in this scenario where he's really good is be like, "Oh, you teach me some moves. You are great." And so I said, "Oh, you're probably just gonna take my knight, aren't you?" And I put my piece there, and he goes, "Yep, I'm gonna take your knight." And I took his queen. I took his queen out from under, and he goes, "What? What's that?" I took his queen. It was the greatest game, like a late night at the hostel, we were playing, so fun, so fun. But I already have that one crossed off. I'm gonna do a lot of volunteer work, I already said that. I'm gonna, there's volcanoes in Guatemala. You can stand on a dormant volcano and see an active volcano. Amazing. I want to write. I've already written a lot. If you send a donation, if you can donate, I'm gonna send a story to Jim. It's a fun story. It's a fun story. I'll tell you. These, did you guys know it was me? I threw my phone into the ocean in Miami. I just took my phone and chucked it in the ocean in Miami. So I needed music, obviously. I have an MP3 player that has music. And then these things, do you guys know that you can buy music that's already on there? That has 7,000 songs on it. 7,000 reggaeton songs. And I was like, I moved to, because I was like, what is this? Is this a station? Es una estación? And he's like, no, es a bag. And I was like, what is es a bag? And I said, ¿qué es es a bag? And he goes, es a bag. And I was like, I love it. What is it? And he said, no, it's this. So there's 7,000 songs. And I was like, hay mucho. Bad Bunny, and he's like, sí, mucho. There's not. I've been through 100 songs. There's one. It's the one with the Colombian ladies. Tu y yo. I don't know the song. There's no way to know where you are on those. You just click to the good song. It's fun. You ride a motorcycle around and you have this. I'm gonna blow all my money. I know that. I'm already gonna blow all my money. I was looking at the prices of a motorcycle yesterday because I want to ride all the way around Mexico on a motorcycle. I'm like, what are you doing? You're gonna have. It's fine. I don't want money. I don't want possessions. I don't want any of that thing. I want just 1 year. I want to live before I die. Thank you for listening to my video. Thank you for paying attention. I know some of you guys, this is longer than usually is, but thank you for paying attention. If anyone can send any Venmo, it's James-Crabtree-0. Why is your Venmo so long, James? James-Crabtree-0. If you could get some, and then Jim is going to send it through the courts. So I'll put my case number in there and we'll send it through the courts. Thank you, Jim. I didn't even ask him if he'd do that. He's such an amazing guy. I know he'll do that. Some of the best times of my life have been with Jim. Thank you, Jim. You've been kind to me when I needed kindness more than anything in the world. So I love my family, of course, so much. I've cried about this so much. You guys know I love you guys. I just need a little bit of break. Volleyball teammates, you better give, because you guys know I tell amazing stories. Remember Costa Rica, the bottle thrown in my head, and I lived with the hippies, and I slept in the mattress out on the porch. Like, I woke up next to the jungles and there was monkeys so close to me. You guys know my stories. I tell good stories and I write good stories. So I'm gonna try to send to you guys some stories if I figure out how to do any of this. I don't even know how to get this video to you guys, but I'll get it to you. And if you don't mind, if I can just have just a tiny little break. I just need a little break. Thank you so much. And anything you can do would help. And I love you guys, all you guys, so much. If you're watching this, that means I love you so much. Unless you work at Evergy, and then I hate you for making me sleep with my coat on. The rest of you guys, I love you so much. Thank you, and best of luck, everyone. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Sage, I'll be back for your graduation. Don't even worry. Everybody will go to a lot of baseball games. I can't. Nope. I love you guys. You know that I love you guys. I love all you guys.